You know that feeling when you need an answer? Or like Maxine, you're just feeling really hungry? She's looking for options. Cute and delicious. For Pranjali, it's inspiration. Boom, flowers. For Eddie, his passion. Ooh, I love these. Let's get that one and that one. Treat yourself. A great ads experience should feel seamless. But sometimes it just doesn't work. So, to keep pop dancing to K-pop, we're building the next generation of Google Ads. For Maxine, Pranjali, Eddie, Pop, everyone in APAC. Let's create helpful connections together. Speaking of helpful connections, here's Scott. Welcome to Google Marketing Live.
Welcome to Google Marketing Live. I'm Scott Beaumont, and it's my privilege to lead Google in Asia Pacific. Even after all these years in the region, the business owners, developers, customers, and partners that I get to meet every day continue to inspire me with their creativity and their optimism. Today, I'm excited to share how Google is investing in Asia Pacific to support this region's fast-growing online population, to partner with you as we navigate digital transformation, and to ensure that we expand technology's reach responsibly. Google's role here remains grounded in our original mission, to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful for everyone. Information today spans platforms, formats, languages. People are creative and determined in how they find answers to their questions. At the same time, trustworthy information has never been more critical. It's important that we continue to provide people with the knowledge that they need to spark helpful connections in the moments that matter most. Searching has become a way of life. No matter how late the hour or how unusual the question, the answers are never far away. 15% of search queries every day are brand new searches we've never seen before. We're investing in advanced technologies like AI so that we can keep meeting that demand. For example, AI now allows people to search for something really specific, like how to make an origami crane, although a plane is probably much more in my line. And then they can jump straight to the relevant content in a video on how to make it. It's like turning to a specific chapter in a book. 10% of Google searches feature this new technology. Alongside the changing nature of search, we see the growing role of video as a platform for individual expression and community engagement across the region. Globally, viewers agree that YouTube is the platform that they would miss the most if it were no longer available. Over 2 billion people turn to YouTube to explore their passions, to be entertained, and to find information while they're connecting with communities across the region. And YouTube's role continues to evolve. It's become a trusted decision maker, with consumers increasingly deciding what to buy with YouTube. We're particularly excited about our efforts to partner with businesses on meeting the huge opportunity of live commerce in the region. Korea is one of the first markets to go live with the exciting experiment of live shopping on YouTube, and more will soon follow. Apps are an integral part of life here in the region. Already, 2 out of every 3 app downloads around the world are created in Asia Pacific, and 9 in 10 regional internet users say that their top source of content and information is from apps. We're committed to supporting our incredible ecosystem of developers, building on Google platforms like Android and Play, and the consumers that depend on these apps to make their lives a little bit easier, a little bit brighter. We feel privileged to be able to help so many people find information and make decisions in the digital economy. We're equally privileged to be able to support your business objectives, be it growing your customer base, increasing revenue, or maximizing profit. That role comes with responsibility. 3 broad principles guide us as we invest in our own platforms and products. The first is partnership. We only succeed when our partners succeed, including the many great brands we're proud to work with. Our goal is to build products that help you grow and scale your business in the way that works best for you. The second principle is performance. We're working to increase your advertising effectiveness through advances in automation like Google App Campaigns. And innovations like Performance Max help you find incremental, high-value customers with a single campaign. Video action campaigns on YouTube convert curiosity to action and drive more video conversions, also through a single automated campaign. Our third principle is trust. Even the most successful brands can only succeed when their customers trust them, and that trust has to be earned. We all have to ensure that each interaction with consumers is private, personal, and relevant. Responsible growth is the only sustainable growth. Internet users across the region want to do more to protect their privacy online. We want to work with you to create privacy-safe digital marketing strategies anchored in insights from your first-party data given with people's consent. Tools like Google Analytics for Firebase, our apps management solution, enable you to access those insights while upholding user privacy. They free you to focus on your unique strategic value without worrying about the tactics. This is how we achieve responsible growth together. Our global and regional teams are here today to talk about how Google can help you meet your business objectives. Over the next 30 minutes, they'll be showcasing our latest and most relevant products to help you drive responsible growth in an AI-powered, privacy-safe manner. Thank you again for joining us at Google Marketing Live.
Here at Google, we're constantly amazed and inspired by the innovation coming out of Asia Pacific and the pace of growth in the region. Our interactions with countless advertisers have given my team and me a deep understanding of consumer expectations and how they shape the tools that businesses need to scale and grow. APAC has been the inspiration for so many of our flagship ads products. Gaming is huge in APAC, and gaming developers were looking for a solution to build excitement for game launches and to get new games in the hands of players faster. So we created AC Pre, which is an app campaign type that drives pre-registration for new game launches. And now advertisers use it globally. Performance Max has strong roots in Southeast Asia. Users of Google Max in Southeast Asia use search and video in their shopping journey and helped inspire our direction for the new campaign type available globally. Buying behavior will continue to change. People will use technology in new ways to discover products and brands, and we're more committed than ever to connecting consumers with the businesses around them while continuing to power a free and open internet. Scott highlighted some critical consumer behaviors and expectations in APAC that are changing the face of advertising. As the world reopens after these last 2 years, many of these shifts will accelerate. Take delivery, for example. Search interest in same-day delivery across APAC countries has grown by up to 70% as consumers seek to replicate the instant gratification that they get from in-store shopping. What that means is more digital interactions and more complexity for a business to navigate. Marketers need to be ready, fast, and agile to manage this complexity. To help you do this, we're building automated solutions that you can trust to deliver results. Later today, you'll hear about how we're building on innovations like Performance Max campaigns to find incremental, high-value customers across Google's full range of advertising channels and inventory. Car Deco, a leading used car retailer in India, started using Performance Max to improve its consumer campaigns. They were able to more than double the number of leads on their website, while lowering their overall cost per lead by 66%. Their example shows that growth is yours for the taking with automation. We heard how trust is essential to a business achieving its customer objectives. Our goal is to provide privacy-safe advertising that puts consumers in control. Together, we can evolve the advertising industry to protect people's safety while giving advertisers the opportunity to grow their businesses. And we're doing this by creating and sticking to a handful of straightforward principles, which you can see in our privacy playbook. These principles ensure that we can help you meet your customers where they are and build helpful connections in a privacy-safe way that also lets you measure and optimize for success. As the industry continues to phase out cookies and other identifiers, new approaches to measurement will become essential. Durable, forward-looking measurement is a key way to build resilience so that you can be confident about the effectiveness of your campaigns. These critical themes of automation, privacy, and measurement inform what the next generation of Google ad experiences will look like. We're excited to help you put these tools to use as you meet your specific marketing objectives, be that driving more customers to your stores, selling more online, generating more engagement in-app, improving the quality of your leads, or any other needs you have.
Hello, I'm Roma. No matter how big or small, new or old, businesses across the world have the same questions. How do you grow your customer base in markets you already operate in? How do you acquire customers in new markets? How do you cut through the noise and create helpful connections that will stand the test of time and scale? Google can partner with you in successfully growing your customer base, making it as big or as hyperlocal as you choose. APAC is a region of immense scale, with an estimated 1.5 billion digital buyers versus a billion in the rest of the world. By 2025, it is estimated that 50% of people in APAC will be millennials or Zoomers. That means that in a few short years, half of our population will be digital natives who love their technology, consume their content online, and have a very high bar for digital authenticity. It's important to note that these generations also influence the older generations in the use of technology and are already starting to shape worldviews of an up-and-coming Gen Alpha. With a population so heavily online, APAC is leading the charge in redefining how we discover and consume video content. The first big shift is that traditional programming now lives alongside creator-driven content. Viewers, not networks, are choosing what appears on their television screens. And critically, many viewers consume content online only, so TV campaigns don't reach them like they used to. And that's what makes online videos so crucial to building brand awareness. Adding YouTube to your media mix can provide 30% to 50% incremental reach to TV-only campaigns. The second major shift is the video consumption has moved beyond a single screen. YouTube is watched on every screen, be it shots on mobile, entertainment videos on laptop, or live streams on TV screens. And it's not just YouTube. Even broadcast channels are streamed on demand. Using multiple devices is the new normal. Connected TV is actually our fastest growing screen. For years, accounting for all viewers in the room has been a cornerstone of TV measurement. To help you account for the same behavior with YouTube CTV, we are launching co-viewing, planning, and measurement for YouTube. So when next football or cricket game is on, advertisers can accurately estimate additional people tuning in on the same connected TV screen, a like-for-like comparison between YouTube and linear TV buy.
I'm CVL Srinivas, Country Manager for WPP in India. WPP is the creative transformation company, and we use the power of creativity to build better futures for our people, planet, clients, and communities. In my work, I've seen how Indians increasingly rely on online tools to help them accomplish tasks, be it using search to answer their questions or turning to YouTube to learn something new, like I have been polishing my tabla skills by watching videos. This creates an opportunity for brands to grow their customer base by being present online and at the right time. As we just heard, connected TV or CTV has taken over linear TV behavior, offering more interaction, engagement, and control. Just last year, we saw a 2x increase in content consumption on alternate devices. Brands that successfully capitalize on this opportunity are seeing the benefits. We partnered with Wavemaker and Google to run an A/B experiment for L'Oreal, utilizing geo and consumer targeting. This experiment targeted the affluent segment through a connected TV-only campaign in addition to a regular YouTube deployment strategy for their key markets. When we reviewed the results, we found the campaign delivered uplift well beyond the standard benchmarks. A 21 times lift in intent and a 1.5x lift for brand recall. CTV campaigns delivered 10 times higher search lift on YouTube versus non-CTV campaigns. Best of all, we were able to connect with hard-to-reach affluent consumers, which increased brand and product intent by up to 10 times. L'Oreal isn't the only brand where we're seeing results like these. It's happening right across the globe. CTV is opening a world of new possibilities for advertisers and businesses across every industry.
Thank you, Srinivas. Now let's take it back to the millennials and the Zoomers for a moment. Their influence is clearly visible in another key area, the explosion of digital commerce even in the remotest corner of APAC. From grocery to medicine to at-home spa treatments, APAC is transacting online more than ever before, both on websites and in-app. In fact, 72% of APAC app users actually prefer to engage with retailers through apps compared to other channels, including physical stores, websites, and emails. Growing customers online is more than just a business opportunity. It's essential to business growth. So let's look at the products helping you achieve those goals. We started our journey to help businesses easily acquire more app customers across Google properties with automated solutions like App Campaign for Install. As customers explore options and seek new brands, they are increasingly using Google surfaces to research. Chances are that the last time you spotted a cool brand or heard about a new product from a friend, you headed online to find out more as soon as you got a moment. In a world of multiple devices and 10-minute delivery, marketers play a critical role in influencing consumers on the very path to the first-time purchases. Today, we are excited to announce that Performance Max, our flagship single-campaign automated solution, can meet all your performance marketing needs beyond app promotion. The new customer acquisition goal in Performance Max allows you to optimize for new customers and maximize sales. Simply select your customer list, set customer acquisition value, and your campaign will optimize towards new consumers. You will also be able to see reporting for value for new versus returning customers. The simplicity of Performance Max makes it easy to expand to new users while maintaining efficiency across channels. Growing your customer base is easier with Google. We can drive incremental reach across multi-generational, multi-device audiences in order to help you acquire more customers online and offline, efficiently and at scale. What comes next? Building more helpful connections that drive revenue growth.
Hi, I am Taiwan. Driving valuable interactions more frequently is key to ensure your revenue continues to grow in a sustainable way. Enabling helpful connection with niche audiences is critical to drive more conversions at scale. 74% of consumers are more likely to be loyal to a brand if the app is seamless and easy to use. Experience does drive revenue. Enabling helpful connections does drive revenue. A tried and tested way to connect with people is storytelling. And these days, the best stories are told through video. Video allows viewers to lean into other people's stories or tell their own in rich ways. It doesn't need to be long to be effective. Take YouTube Shorts. People are telling incredibly immersive and creative stories in 60 seconds or less. YouTube Shorts had 5 trillion views globally at the end of last year. We are always looking for ways to facilitate your brands being present in helpful ways during these interactions. That's why we are expanding video action campaigns to short. Brands can drive more conversions on and off YouTube with a single automated campaign. But we are not just stopping at video campaigns. App campaigns for install will now also run on YouTube Shorts. More opportunity to convert curiosity to action. Adding a video to your app campaign can drive a 20% uplift in installs. When viewers take that action, you can now take them straight to what they're really looking for thanks to Web2App Connect. This can bring incredible value because most users prefer apps to mobile web. Users are more likely to have their payment information already stored on the app. On average, advertisers who have implemented deep linking are seeing over 2 times uplift in conversion rate. So the next time you're planning out ad campaigns, take your customers on a journey that leads them directly into your app. The journey to most offline purchases begins online. Even if the final sales happens in store, face-to-face, customers would have already relied on Google Search, YouTube, and Compare Snap to reach that point. We are here as your partners to ensure your brands show up early, show up clearly, and show up in front of the right people at just the right time, eventually driving more customers to your stores. It may sound challenging, but figuring out the digital combination that leads to that perfect moment doesn't need to be complicated. We are bringing together the best of Google local formats to exclusively drive store value. Let's revisit Performance Max. With Performance Max, you can now set offline-only goals that will allow you to reach consumers who are most likely to visit your business and make a purchase in person. Performance Max campaigns will also become the next generation of smart shopping and local campaigns.
Hello, I'm Eamon, Senior Digital Media Manager at Vodafone Australia. We're super focused on creating a seamless omnichannel experience for our customers. But the past 2 years have made that hard. In the lead up to a new device launch, we needed to explore new digital avenues to drive store traffic and sales, so we turned to Google for ideas. Together, we deployed a geo test for a new product launch using local campaigns. We used in-store footfall trackers and store revenue to measure the incremental impact of the digital media push on offline traffic in specific stores. The control group was comparable stores without that digital support. The campaign resulted in 12% incremental revenue for the new device by reaching nearby customers and driving store visits and in-store sales. In addition, we were able to almost triple store visits and achieve a 70% reduction in cost per store action from local campaigns. All this in a period where COVID-19 restrictions significantly impacted footfall traffic. I was also really excited to learn that we'll be able to self-upgrade local campaigns to Performance Max, so we can access even more inventory and new features in the future. Automation will help us scale our omnichannel strategy even further and drive stronger results across the funnel for our business.
Vodafone's example shows us that relevant, personal, seamless interactions are critical to driving more conversions and eventually increasing your revenue. Be it visits to your furniture store, inquiries for your Spanish class, or directions to your day spa, Google can help you build hyper connections through world-class automation. Our ads will always serve on the best inventories across Google properties to reach customers where they are at efficiently and at scale. Once you've increased your revenue, the next step is to maximize that profit.
Hi, I'm Paula Wang. The end goal of any business, big or small, is profitability. and profitability is deeply tied to value and loyalty. Driving more conversions amongst this prime audience leads to higher customer lifetime value and eventually higher profitability. So the question is, how can you find those people who not only put your app on their home screen, but check back twice a day to see what new content is there? How can you find people who subscribe to your YouTube channel then watch every video as soon as you upload it? How do you find people that gladly sign up to paid subscriptions because your service makes their life a bit easier, a bit brighter? Finding and connecting with high-quality leads will eventually lead to high customer lifetime value and profitability. So we need to prioritize generating them. There are millions of apps out there, which means it's more important than ever to capture attention and keep customers engaged so that they keep coming back. App campaigns for engagement direct existing users to fresh and relevant content in your app using ads. By putting your best content forward, relevant offers, the latest products, you're more likely to win attention and earn a return visit. Performance Max is again an incredible tool to help you find incremental, high-value customers across Google's full range of advertising channels and inventory. All you need to do is to provide inputs like your campaign goal and creative assets. Performance Max will prioritize the audiences who are likely to bring the most value to your business. By using PMax, you could see an average increase of 13% total incremental conversions at a similar cost per action. We know that not every customer spends the same amount of time or money with you. Not every customer advocates your brand to their friends and family. Finding and engaging with the customers that are the most loyal, most valuable over the long term is key to maximizing your profits. By identifying and attributing dollar values to your conversion actions, you can maximize the conversion value of your campaign. Value-based bidding allows you to monitor the real impact of advertising on your business in two ways. Setting your strategy to an ROI target can maximize the return on your advertising spend and get you the most profitable customers. A return on ad spend, ROAS, bidding target allows you to bid to your desired outcome, like the minimum value of a shopping cart. On average, advertisers that switch to a value-based bidding strategy can see 14% more conversion value at a similar return on ad spend. Now that we know how important value is, we can level up from basic measurement to optimize for conversion quality and value. In other words, value-centric measurement. The journey to value-centric measurement starts by identifying the right KPIs. You then want to understand the different consumer touchpoints and how they impact conversion. The next step is to integrate the first-party conversion value data so that the ads products can learn and optimize for higher value transactions. The final step takes us back to value-based bidding, which you can use across all campaigns to optimize your marketing budget and close the perfect high-value loop.
Hello, I'm Shirley Lesmana, Chief Marketing Officer for Traveloka. Traveloka is Southeast Asia's lifestyle super app that offers a broad range of products and services, spanning across travel, local services, and financial services. We've been working with Google and running Google Ads since our early days in 2012, and we've had great success year on year. As we see a tremendous trend of recovery and growth, we set out a bold goal to leverage our existing reach to unlock incremental value and efficiency at scale. We turned to Google to experiment. Our idea was to look at the impact of shifting the focus of our bidding strategy from bookings to return on ad spend and value-based bidding. Using our first-party data built on a non-customer profile, we harness Google's proprietary signals and automation capabilities to create a results-driven campaign aimed at driving higher conversion value. After launching the campaign, we measured bookings on our platform, including app and website for 4 weeks. The results were incredible. We saw a 14% uplift in average booking value and 11% higher return on ad spend. Automation also ensured our campaign was continuously reviewed and automatically updated to ensure peak performance. These great results meant what was originally an experiment is now an important part of our marketing strategy. Through our collaboration with Google, we can further leverage our capability to fulfill the lifestyle needs and aspirations of wider customers, and we are really looking forward to seeing what our next experiment will bring.
Thank you, Shirley. Maximizing your profits is best achieved by ensuring you reach the highest value customers. Driving more conversions amongst this prime audience leads to higher customer lifetime value and eventually higher profitability.
Hi, I'm Jackie. We talk a lot about the importance of trust being a critical enabler of business growth. Trust is second only to price when people make purchase decisions. If a brand has earned trust of its customers, they're more likely to stay loyal. Trust also enables advocacy and resilience. Companies with strong brand value tend to do better in crisis. This is because, in times of uncertainty, people turn to trusted brands. In short, trust matters. As Scott said, internet users across the region want to do more to protect their privacy online, and 87% of companies surveyed in APAC expect privacy to be of greater importance to consumers in the next 2 to 4 years. So the time to act is now. Building helpful connections with customers requires responsible, privacy-forward digital marketing strategies that will help you earn that trust and keep you ahead of the changing advertising landscape and shifting consumer expectations. Our mission is to empower you with the knowledge and solutions you need to navigate this complexity. As cookies and other identifiers have phased out, new approaches to measurement are becoming critical. You can lay the foundations for responsible, privacy-forward growth by doubling down on your first-party data and adopting our advanced solutions such as enhanced conversions and Google Analytics 4. The future of measurement is combining consented first-party data with insights from new privacy-safe technology like browser APIs, and using modeling to close data gaps. Solutions like enhanced conversions, consent mode, conversion modeling, and data-driven attribution allow us to respect customers' privacy preferences while confidently measuring the impact of ads. Plus, Google Analytics 4 allows businesses to see unified user journeys across their website and apps, enabling you to surface and predict new insights. First-party data is not only critical for measuring your media, it is also essential in reaching your customers effectively. Assigning values to conversion helps the system optimize for the most valuable customers. Customer Match helps you reach and engage with them. Whether it's Google Ads or Google Analytics, we're helping you solve the unique challenges facing your business and delivering meaningful results despite complexity and change. Being privacy ready is better for your customers and better for your business. The rewards of starting early and moving quickly are real and significant. 3 in 5 companies globally already reports benefits of being more privacy mature, ranging from deeper loyalty to improved agility and efficiency. In order to continue supporting the free and open internet, we need to continue exploring new privacy-focused alternatives to third-party cookies on web and mobile ad IDs on apps, which Chrome and Android are leading with the Privacy Sandbox. The Privacy Sandbox initiative aims to create technologies that protect user privacy online. It is an open testing ground for new innovations that brands and agencies need to continue building thriving digital businesses while keeping online content and services free for all. One recent proposal from Chrome, the Topics API, helps reduce user tracking across sites and apps and enable interest-based advertising. Topics determine a handful of themes like fitness or travel that represent a user's top interest for that week based on browsing history to share with the site and its advertising partners. In Chrome, we're building user controls that let people see these topics, remove any they don't like, or disable the feature completely. Topics enables users to give meaningful transparency, provide consent, and have control over their data. Earning trust takes time, but it is the key to future-proofing your growth. In our time together today, we've covered exciting new innovations and products that will transform the way we market in APAC. But it's not over yet. More than 15 product breakouts after this keynote will deep dive into our latest launches across the globe. Let me hand it back to Scott to wrap up key takeaways from Google Marketing Live 2022.
Thanks, Jackie. We're all living in a world where our expectations and choices as consumers change dramatically every day. As businesses, as agencies, as marketers, our job is to keep up with those expectations and ensure each interaction is private, personal, and relevant. At Google, we care deeply about helping you connect with your customers. Our goal remains to enable you to build and scale your business in the way that works best for you, to achieve the business objectives that matter most to you. Be that growing your customer base, increasing your revenue, or maximizing your profits. We recognize that these age-old business truths take on new meaning against the backdrop of advertising change and shifting consumer expectations. The complexity of information and choices we face mean that human effort alone won't allow us to keep up with the pace of change or to offer what customers need and want. Automation can help you future-proof your growth. It can help you stay agile and pivot to a new growth opportunity in an instant. In short, automation is key to business resilience. At Google, we're working hard to design ad solutions that can help you drive responsible growth in an AI-powered, privacy-safe manner. We're excited about this journey together because there's so much opportunity in Asia Pacific to build a truly inclusive future, starting now. Thank you for joining us at Google Marketing Live. Together, let's take the next step towards responsible, sustainable growth that works for everyone, your shareholders, your communities, and most importantly, your customers.